Hey everybody, I hope you guys are all doing okay and welcome back to Let's Play Chronicon. In this episode we're going to continue putting the finishing touches to this Warden endgame run. Let's take a look at what it is we need to do, the major things. Well, first of all we need to put our ice beast in the incubator because currently we had no beast in there. We need to finish upgrading this dude, and for that we need one more unit of sandworm meat and just under 100 more bits of clear ice. That's one objective. Another one is we need to, this is a more long-term objective, but we need to finish upgrading our stash. This I might not necessarily do with with this character because we don't necessarily need all of this stash space, and this is something, this is a shared stash. This is something we can do with other characters as well. It's just a matter of grinding crystal. That said, our high level character that we have right now will be the one best placed to grind crystal, so if we can get a few more stash upgrades done with this one, then we may as well. One thing I want to check is our elixirs are in sync with each other. That's good. The next thing, I think those are the only two things, because we found, well, actually no, we do need to find a 3 gold star vestige of lost souls. That may or may not happen, and that's honestly not a super important thing. We could even wait until we take one of our next characters into the end game to look for that, but if we find it, then I will be pretty happy. So we're gonna be jumping in, we're gonna be doing some endless anomalies. I will be setting a 30-minute timer on my phone this time. Let's just go ahead and do that. We'll first of all pop our elixirs because we do need the stat bonuses that they give us, because things are getting dangerous. We saw in the last episode that enemies were indeed able to injure us quite significantly. So we've got to be mindful of that. Oh, here's our last sandworm. There, we are done with that. But, of course, we're not done with everything, because we do need to find an ice anomaly in order to get the last bits of material that we need. And we're taking some heavy damage. I'm also... oh no, we're going to lose our streak. No, we're not. This is a really weird shaped anomaly. Okay, just back off, people. Give me some space. I think if I left and started a new anomaly, it would generate a new random one, but that feels a little bit too cheesy. Plus, I do want to complete anomalies properly and, get the rewards and get the kills and so on. So I will, for the most part, not be doing things that are that cheesy, all for the purposes of, upgrading a beast that I'm not even using. That's, like I said, more of a, like, if it happens while we're doing it, then good. If it doesn't happen while we're doing it, then we're not gonna... Can we... oh yeah. We kept our streak going. Streak of 200. Can we keep it chained into the next level? Fine. Are you serious? There was a wall. You see this wall between me and the enemies, and I was running around and I couldn't quite chain it to them. The terrain really is what screwed me out of getting a much longer kill streak. I'm actually a little bit upset about that, if I'm being honest with you. Hey, even more, where were all of these sandworms in the last episode when we were looking for that one more, that one extra piece. And now, now that we don't need them, they show up on 2 consecutive floors. Whatever. I'm over it. It's okay. We're building up another streak. That's nice. That's lovely. Let's keep going. We're at 76%. We're making pretty short work of this anomaly. Although, you know, we might get a really long 3rd floor, so I shouldn't say anything prematurely. But it seems like we get into it pretty quickly. We are at 100% now. Just making sure that things are clear before I start rushing towards the exit. Or I should. Ooh, and we've got a bit of a roundabout, so I should take full advantage of this because I can kill these enemies and then circle back around to where I need to go and then pop into the final area and oh my god, what was stopping me this time? What was stopping me this time was I picked the wrong way. I first shot left, then I shot up, and there were no enemies in either of those locations, at least not close by. And had I shot, even the bottom would have been, it would not have helped us to keep our streak going, because there were no enemies there either. There were enemies to the right and pretty far up to the north. So once again, despite our best efforts, we were thwarted by the game in our attempts to get a good streak going. Anyway, let's just power through this level as quickly as we can. Maybe get another streak of a couple hundred. That'd be fine. Coming up towards 100 right now, so might not be able to. And we're more than halfway through the level, at least in terms of percentage. Of course, that isn't the percentage of enemies. You can get to 100% well before you've killed all the enemies on a level. So us getting close doesn't necessarily mean that our streak has to stop, but it does mean that there won't be that many more enemies. So, you know, maybe after you've hit 100%, you'll have enough enemies to help you, like, hit your next milestone or something. But you're not gonna double the amount of kills you had after that. So, you know, just something to keep in mind. And another, see, had we chained all of those kill streaks together, all of them were 200 plus, we wouldn't have hit 1,000 because turns out there aren't that many enemies in this anomaly. But we would have had a 700, 800. And this guy, let's not let him. Oh, okay, he did some serious deadly damage. Nearly killed us. If I'm being perfectly honest, I'm not even 100% sure how he attacks. Like, I'm not sure what he did that caused damage. And I would have to, like, I'll level with you guys. I don't know how most of the anomaly bosses work, because I don't fight them often enough. See, in order to learn how one of those bosses work, I would have to fight the same boss consistently, and then I'll slowly learn, okay, how they move, how they deal damage. But chances are you will rarely fight the same boss multiple times in a row. So unless you're keeping careful notes, like probably actual notes in a notepad about what the bosses are doing, you probably won't build up a good intuition for how they work. You know, and just before I jump into another anomaly, just to confirm, we're done. We're done with sandworm meat. We're getting more than we need now, but we don't need any more of it. Now we're gonna jump back in. Tier 67 things are definitely getting very dicey, and I think I mentioned earlier, like I asked, just like a casual question, like can we reach a tier 100? And based on the difficulties we're having, the answer is going to be no, unless I greatly, even more sandworms. Are you actually serious right now? That's RNG for you. That is RNG for you. The hardest creature material to farm stopped painfully short last episode, and now they're all over the place. That is just how it goes. But yeah, what I was gonna say was I don't think we're gonna hit 100. And to be honest with you, I'm not sure how much I'm really even gonna try. Once I hit my main objectives here, which is to upgrade my last beast and, you know, put a few more crystals into the shared stash, I'm gonna bring this end game playthrough to a... Whoa, what is going on? I am panicking because this group of enemies behind me, and maybe I was just seeing it wrong, but it looked to me like maybe they were going through a wall, or maybe it was a situation where it looked like a wall, but there was a space. I don't know. So I kind of freaked out and I ran forward, which is often... that kind of thing will often get you killed if you just blindly run away into, you know, unknown groups of enemies. Have a... not so much in Diablo 2, but in Diablo 3 I have definitely lost hardcore characters because I was fighting a strong group of enemies, and instead of fighting them properly, I lost my composure and I tried running and I ran into a dangerous direction. So that is something I'm gonna avoid, or I'm gonna try to avoid. Oh, are you serious? I don't know what to say. I thought I'd reacted quick enough to keep my streak going, but evidently I had not. Okay, let's just put that behind us and let's carry on. All kinds of weird enemy attack graphical effects are triggering all around. Trying not to let myself get too unnerved by all of that. Alright, let's settle down, everybody. Relax. Take it easy. Oh no, oh no. Excuse me. Alright. Oh no, we're gonna lose our streak again. Okay, yeah, this is an awful layout for keeping a streak alive. Oh yeah, these Oculus enemies, they're the ones doing that thing that was freaking me out. The next one of those that we see, I'm gonna let it do its attack or its ability or whatever it is that is causing that kind of star-shaped pattern around it. Yeah, see, that dude. Let's see. Yeah, that's a cool looking attack. And I guess they were doing it all along, but it's only in this kind of dark environment that it became easier to see. That's a cool looking ability. I have no idea what it does, whether it's an attack or a debuff, but looks nice. Looks nice. Alright, let's keep going. I'm also keeping an eye on my elixirs, and I will be renewing them whenever they are close to running out. Okay, we're getting a little cramped, so let's just try and buy ourselves some space. And I think we got a roundabout situation here. Yes, we do. Yes, we do. So let's cause some carnage And oh, take it easy, guys. Just relax. And oh, we're not gonna be able to because it's not. Yeah. I took a chance by just shooting blindly. I'm like, maybe there will be enemies close by, but there were not. Yeah, not getting great luck in terms of chaining our kills, even though I feel like I'm actually playing pretty decently. Last episode, when I wasn't playing well at all, somehow we still managed to get a streak of like, I don't know, like 700 something. Because we got a good layout. This time I am actually playing pretty well, but I keep running into situations like these where the enemies are behind really annoying environmental, like they're being protected by the environment, which is pretty frustrating. You know what? It's okay. Fine. I'll get over it. Alright, we're past 50% now. This is an open level, but the enemies don't seem to be that densely packed inside of it. Oh, easy. Easy. Alright. Alright, now we're getting good groups of enemies. But are we also getting the exit? Oh, okay. Oh, managed to keep it alive because those guys slipped up. They weren't standing completely around the corner, so I did have an angle to attack them. I'll go past 200 again. We've had quite a few streaks of 200 in this episode. Maybe that's just the kind of luck we're gonna have. Alright, 250 is pretty decent, but there are going to be more enemies up here, I can tell. So let's... We're not in a rush, so let's just see how far we can take this kill streak. More enemies up there. And go around like this. And now... Well, somehow kept it alive. Another small group, and now I think there might be some stragglers here. No, I think we... Well, there were some in this little valley, but I'm not going to bother too much with those. Now we're just going to go for the boss, and again, let's be careful. Let's not let his attacks hit us. For that, I've got to keep a close eye on the ground under my feet. Managed to avoid damage there quite well. Okay, now let's go back. Let's do our whole thing again. Let's sell our stuff. And let's see if we found anything worth keeping. Really, only one thing that I'm looking for. And that is not it. So we will sell everything. Oh, I also did find a crafting material, which I've got to throw in my stash. But first of all, let's get this selling done. Okay. That quest item, I'll do something about that eventually, but not right now. Alright, so this is where you go. Let's arrange auto sort our stuff again. Now let's take our elixirs, because I think they did expire after that long speech I made about how I'm not gonna let them do it. I think I did. Is this ice? No, this is desert. It just looked weirdly ice-like. It is nice and open. I do like that about this area. Alright, let's see what we can do with you. And by with you, I mean with this anomaly. I'm not sure why I'm speaking to it as though it can understand what I'm saying, but you know what, it's okay. Let's just go. I think I went through that bottom area quite well, went around, killed most of the things, and then was able to bring myself up to the next part of the map. So I am indeed playing reasonably okay. Oh, enemies coming up out of the ground. Always dangerous. If you're focused on the far part of the screen and someone pops up from under the ground right next to you, you know, as a ranged character, you're used to dealing at enemies from a distance, and that's usually where my vision is drawn to for most of it. So sometimes it can take a brief moment before I realize that some monster has just popped up next to me. Like, I'm not talking about like monsters walking and getting next to you from far away. I'm talking about like just popping next to you from underground or teleporting or something like that. That can take a minute, not a minute, like a second to respond, and sometimes 1 second is all it takes for a disaster to strike. Alright, what sort of a layout does this map have for us? Alright, let's see if we can go a little bit to the left. I think that's as far left as we can go without putting our kill streak in danger. So now let's start going down and around. Coming up towards 500. Be happy with... Oh, okay, let's carry on with the good work. We're past 500 right now. Good streak. Good groups of enemies as well. I guess the sandworms aren't great for streaks because, like, first of all, they're hard to kill. Second of all, they're not necessarily difficult to kill, but they do that annoying thing where they will tunnel underground, and so sometimes you might think you've gotten them, but really you haven't, and I'm not even gonna... Oh, I haven't... Oh, I was like, I'm gonna go to the next level, but I hadn't cleared the anomaly. Oh, that is a terrible mistake, and that's really ruined the streak. We were past 500. I'm so sure that we would have been able to go forward. Oh man, that is actually kind of awful. Usually by the time we get to the exit, I'm well past 100%, but this time, I guess, was not good enough. Alright. Alright. Now let's go to floor 3. Looks like another open floor, which is nice. Okay. I don't even know why I'm concentrating now, because we've already lost our good streak. It's over. It's done. Time to move on. But I mean, if this is a big level, we could potentially get another couple hundred, which is worth doing if we can. Worth doing if we can. Alright, let's continue on upwards. Okay, yep. I don't know how I wasn't hitting enemies there, to be honest. It seemed like that they should have been in range. I don't know. I think we need to check the instant replay on that because I feel a little bit robbed. You know what? It's okay. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. Okay, come on. Easy. Easy, and now past 100. What can we do? Not much. We're just gonna run. I'm not even gonna bother killing more enemies. I'm just gonna run for the boss. And you know what? I'm gonna pop my elixirs now, just so I don't forget, because I'm gonna be selling after this as well. What is your story? What do you do? He throws these projectiles, which seem like they do quite a bit of damage, but wasn't able to save him. But definitely, things are definitely getting a little dangerous in these high anomalies. What are you? Not the item we need, so not even gonna worry about it. What do you have? Nothing interesting, but we will sell these things. So, come on, take that. And, yep, let's go ahead and just jump right in to Mythic 15 League Tier 69. Nice. Not nice level again, so we're not gonna get the materials we need. That's okay. And looks like it's one of these really annoying layouts, which with, you know, the map kind of going all over the place, and you got to go in really weird ways in order to kill enough enemies to get to the next level. But yeah, we'll try our best. We're not gonna get a good streak on this floor, just because you can never tell whether an area is gonna be connected to a larger area, or if you'll just hit some random dead end, or you know, if something's gonna loop around and allow you to continue while killing enemies, or if what looks like it's gonna be a loop is just gonna turn into two separate paths, like kind of what happened here. So I'm not even gonna worry too much. Like I'm not gonna try and sabotage myself. I'm not gonna actively try not to get streaks, but I'm not gonna worry too much about it. Not on this level. It's not worth it. It's not worth the mental energy that it would take. And see, look at this. Look at this garbage dead end, and like you wouldn't really know at this split second, although this was just an awful direction. But yeah, you wouldn't really know at this point in the map that you'd have such a terrible layout ahead of you in the north. But yeah, that's just one of the many reasons that certain map layouts just don't even bother trying to go for a big streak. I mean, like, try if you can, but if you're, for instance, trying to get the achievement for a 1,000 kill streak, and if you get a level like this, like, just don't even torment yourself with the hope that you might be able to do it on this level. Like, wait until you get an actual level where it's feasible to do. And look at this garbage. It looked like maybe we could get to the exit from here, but we can't, unless we can, if it loops back around, which it probably won't. It's probably gonna make us walk all the way back, just to troll us. Yep, that's exactly what happened. That is exactly what happened. So let's run back. At least we're getting a few mastery levels here and there. I'll invest those points once we have 100 levels to spend. For now, we've hit 100, so I'm not going to bother farming anything on this level. I'm just going to run straight for the exit. And we'll get a... Oh, are you actually serious? I was like, oh, we'll have a kill streak of about 100 going into the exit. Nope. Because the game couldn't resist one last opportunity to screw me before I left this garbage layout level. Okay, so we've got a streak of 50. That's something. Okay, we've got enemies very close to us, which is normally a good thing, and it is a good thing, but you just gotta be careful that we don't get killed, because that will not only kill us, but it'll kill our kill streak. So, you know, you gotta keep that in mind. Already gotten... Okay, this is one of those kind of islands with bridges between them levels, I think. Except the, instead of water, it's lava. And the islands are made of whatever the hell this disturbing looking material is. But I think it's similar to some of the jungle maps we've seen in a couple of the other anomalies, and also in some of the campaign maps. Maybe that's the other place that they show up. Yeah, so there's going to be a bit in the middle where there are these bridges to all 4 sections, and if you stand in the middle, often you can get a pretty long, or you can raise your kills by quite a bit just by shooting in all directions, because often there are enemies just standing across the water. Yep. Give me a moment. My 30-minute timer has gone off, which, as I suspected, this is going to be our final anomaly for the day. Oh, are you actually serious? Like, it's also hard to see at a quick glance that these guys are even behind walls, just because of the lighting, plus the colors, plus the weird textures on this level. So I'm just gonna get my 100% progress, and I'm just gonna go on to the next floor, because I'm done with this. I am done with this malarkey. Alright, getting close. Oh, and our elixirs have expired, so I will have to pop them again. There we go. Okay, okay, yep. Well, I guess we can have a bit of a streak active going into the 3rd floor. So, no we're not. Oh, no we're not, because I forgot. I couldn't see where the... I lost where the exit was. Yeah. It was the weird graphics, like the not the graphics, but the color palette of the environment that was throwing me off. Anyway, another layout similar to the one we already saw, with this central area, things all around. So let's see, maybe we can get another kill streak of a couple hundred. Would be nice if we could. Oh no. Oh, okay. Alright, alright. Alright. Let's see how well we can do. We're at 35%. Sometimes it's even hard for me to see where my character is. I mean, I can see where my character... Like, if there's like a wall that's blocking my character, just because of everything on the screen. And I have to look at the map as well, right? Because I need to know where to go. And the map is almost like the same color scheme as the ground and these walls. So it's very hard to make out what's going on directly behind it. Anyway, let's keep going. We're past 200, so we're gonna get it. We're gonna get a decent streak. We've already gotten a decent streak, but let's see how far we can push it. Past 300 maybe, past 400 maybe. It really depends on what remains to be done on this level. But we are past 300. Okay, there aren't that many parts of the map that we haven't gone to. In fact, I think we're going into the last area, the last major unexplored chunk, and we're about to hit 100%. Oh, we already hit 100%, but that's going to be where our streak ends at 421. Okay, now let's just ignore all these enemies. We'll just try and not die against this boss. And we succeeded. Alright, now let's go back to town. Let us sell our stuff. Did we find anything interesting? Heart of the forest, no, we need, so I'm gonna sell that. Did you find anything interesting? The answer is no. So we'll just sell everything. Buy some stash upgrades, and then we're gonna call this a video. Alright. Sadly, didn't find any ice levels, so we are... Oh, look at all the sandworm meat. The surplus that we're picking up. But no ice levels, so sadly that guy is still stuck. And not ready to be upgraded just yet. But, you know what, maybe next episode, maybe the episode after that. Who knows? So we can buy 4 more rows. So let's go ahead and do that. Almost fully upgraded or fully purchased that stash page. And that's going to happen in the next episode. And yeah, I think that is going to be all for this episode. What did we accomplish? It felt like we didn't get much done, but we did put some more money into the stash. We beat Anomaly level 69, which I think we can all agree is very, you know, it's nice, it's good. And other than that, we are close. How many mastery points do we have? Is it 90 or is it 98? It is 90. So when we get like 10 more, then I'll spend those points. And I'll put them in... Honestly, probably just mana, because that gives us damage, but it also gives us a stronger shield. But yes, that's going to be the plan for future episodes. For now, it is time to bring things to a close, and I just want to say thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, do consider leaving a like, and if you'd like to watch more Chronicon, or perhaps some of the other series that I have done or will be doing in the future, then do consider subscribing as well. And in either case, I do hope to see you in the next one. So, until then, take care.